Hello students. So today in Management Concepts and Organizational Behavior, I, Dr. Priya Raj Butolia, Assistant Professor, Bora Institute of Management Sciences, will deal with the topic that is essence of coordination. Coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is a success. So today students will see about why the coordination is said to be the essence of management. So the topics to be covered in this video are the introduction of coordination, the concept of coordination, the definition, features, importance, principles, types, techniques and prerequisites of coordination. So starting with what is coordination? Coordination is establishing relationship amongst different segments and activities of an organization and establishing a linkage among them is defined as coordination. So basically coordination helps in the fulfillment or development of a relationship among various units. Coordination basically helps to come all the departments together and work together for the attainment of objective. So coordination is very important. Without coordination, the organization may fail, because if all the departments work on their separate basis, the common objective or the goal will never be attained on time. So coordination helps all the departments to synchronize their work at a particular set of time and give the results. The need for coordination assumes greater significance in larger and complex organization, where it is not a problem in a small organization. Hence, when the organizations are large and it is complex, the coordination is somewhat difficult on the part of managers, and if the organization is very small, the coordination is quite easy. So in the larger organization, the manager needs to focus on coordination. Now let us take an example. Here we will discuss an example of the tourism industry. Suppose a person A wants to visit Nainital. Now if he hires or book a tourism industry for his tour regarding 10 days, now here actually the work of coordination starts in the term of tourism industry. Now the tourism industry will help the particular person with the bookings of the restaurant, the bookings of the hotel where he will be staying. They will also manage the escort and the guide for the traveller. Here the tourism industry needs to coordinate with all the departments like the hotel, the restaurant, the guide, the escort section, in which it will help to make the plan of the candidate A to be successful. So here coordination is very important. Without coordination of all the 4 departments related to his tour for Nainital, the person will not be able to enjoy the fullest, and hence the coordination plays a very crucial role in tourism. He needs to do all the bookings and he needs to oversee all the things are working on time or not, and all the services if are not provided to the particular individual, the tourism industry fails. So here coordination is very important for his tour. Coming on to the concept of coordination. Coordination is a function of management where it refers the task of integrating the activities of separate units of an organization to accomplish the goals efficiently. Here in an organization we have different departments, different units, different subunits. So coordination helps all the departments to work together, to integrate together and brings out the best results. So that is the work of a manager, to coordinate all the sections of the organization. It also permeates all levels and departments of management, and hence it is regarded as the essence of management. Coordination is required at all levels, like at top, middle and lower level. It is also essential at all the departments of management like HR, marketing, finance, research and development. So regarding the all levels and departments of the management, the coordination is of utmost importance and hence it is the essence of management. Lack of coordination leads to conflict and poor image of the organization. As we have already discussed in the example, if the tourism industry fails to satisfy the customer going for a tour to Nainital, somewhere the customer might create a long term conflict or will create a bad image of the tourism industry, and because of and that is the lack of coordination, somewhere will have the bad image in the market of that particular industry. So, here coordination is very important. If your employees are satisfied by your service, it obviously they will appreciate your work, and it is all because of your coordination ability. Definition of coordination. First definition is given by Henry Fayol. Coordination harmonizes, synchronizes and unifies individual efforts for better action and for the achievement of business objectives. The manager is the one who signifies and who harmonize all the efforts of all the departments of all the levels for the attainment of business objectives. He is the one who coordinates, and coordination is basically harmonizing, synchronizing and unifying all the efforts. It comes and it brings all the efforts together, it integrates all the activities together. In other words, in next definition given by John Terry, coordination is an orderly synchronization of efforts to provide the proper amount, time and direction of execution, resulting in harmonious and unifies action to a stated objective. It also says the same thing, that for the attainment of objective, the coordination is the one that helps in synchronization of the efforts. With the help of that, you can allocate a proper amount of time and a proper budget, and you can achieve the organizational goals. So, coordination basically says about integration of efforts or activities which helps in the attainment of goal. Features of coordination. It integrates efforts of employees. Coordination basically helps the employees to integrate their efforts, and everybody knows what is being expected, all the departments work accordingly, and finally in coordination the manager bring together all the efforts and they can attain a particular objective. It also helps in the unity of action. Coordination helps in the unity of action because here all the departments have a single goal, single objective, and everybody works for the attainment of objective. All the departments synchronize for the particular objective, and all the objectives activities come together for a particular attainment of service or production. So, here coordination brings the unity of action. Coordination is an ongoing process. Ongoing is a continuous process. Coordination is required at all levels and at all the departments of the organization. The day the organization starts till the day it winds up, coordination is required, because in large organizations there are various departments, and in every department there are various levels of employees. So, with the help of a human factor, you need to coordinate each and every department with each and every level, and you need to get the results. So, it is an ongoing process. You need to coordinate every now and then, and without coordination you cannot achieve those things. It is pervasive in function. It is required at all the levels of management like top, middle and lower, and hence it is pervasive function. It is a deliberate activity. Here it means that the coordination is generally a thoughtful and a careful process. The manager needs to be very thoughtful and very careful in coordination. With the help of that, he can linkage, he can create a delicacy among all the levels and all the departments, and finally he will achieve the predetermined course of action. So, here it is a very deliberate activity. It is very thoughtful activity. Common goal. Coordination always works for the attainment of common goal. Without having a goal of an organization, the employee cannot put their efforts into action and they cannot attain the common goal. So, when there is a common objective or predetermined goal, the objectives will work together for the attainment of it, and hence coordination plays a very significant role in that. Essence of coordination, as I have already discussed, that coordination is required at all the levels and at all the departments of the management. It helps in planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, and somewhere all the functions of the management are aligned with coordinating with each other and generally with the staffing part. So, here in the picture you can even see that coordination is required in the staffing process of management, and hence it is the essence of management. Without coordination, no work is possible, because all the departments, if they will work on their own part and they will do their best, and if somewhere the coordination fails, the attainment of objective is not possible. Importance of coordination. Coordination helps in unity of command. If a single manager or a single supervisor gives the instruction, the coordination is more effective. If multiple people or multiple number of supervisors or bosses give the instructions, the employees may get confused. So, here unity of command is of utmost importance. Increase in efficiency. Coordination brings all the efforts together and it helps the employees to motivate, and finally it results in increase of their efficiency. Efficiency helps in the attainment of goals. So, somewhere coordination with the help of all departments or all level increases the efficiency of the organization. It also helps in the increase in morale level. Morale is basically the feeling of groupism. When your morale is high, you have a group feeling. So, when you work together, you feel that you are united, you are blessed with unity. So, here the morale of an employee is boosted when you work together. If you fail in some or the other area, the other person will help you out in coordination. So, it results in the increase in morale. Emphasize on human relations. Human relation part is very important, as when you work together there can be n number of disputes and frictions among people while taking decision making or while getting the work done. The people may differ in their opinion, and hence in coordination human factor is very important, as the human behavior is very unpredictable and it is somewhere complex. So, in terms of dealing with coordination, you have to be very crucial on the part of human relationship. Handling complexities. In organization, when you face coordination or when you do actually the coordination, there are n number of complexities which needs to be addressed. If you address those complexities, if you solve those problems or challenges, the works become easy. So, when you communicate your expected target to your employees, the employees will automatically come with their problems or with their challenges, and hence coordination helps the manager to handle those complexities in an easy way. Unity of objective and efforts. Coordination also helps to develop a common objective between organization and employees. It helps to have a common objective or coordination in attainment of objective. If the employees and organization will have a common objective, the coordination is better taking place in a good environment. If they differ in their objective, somewhere coordination lacks. So, it is the work of a manager to bring coordination between organizational and individual objectives. It also helps in staff stability. When there is a coordination, there are minimum disputes, healthy work environment, the employee is happy working in his or her area. So, here somewhere the employee will not leave the organization, and hence it leads to the staff stability. It also helps in minimizing of wastage. With the help of coordination, the raw material is properly handled, it is not damaged at that point, the accidents are also minimized, and hence it results in the minimum level of wastage. In the terms of coordination, when there is a proper handling of raw material, you can easily see that the wastage is reduced and it will increase your profit. So, somewhere with the help of coordination, you can minimize the wastage, you can instruct your employees to have a proper work done, and somewhere you will guide and you will instruct him and how to manage and how to handle those things. And finally, smooth and undisruptive function. It also helps in the smooth functioning of the management. Next is the principles of coordination. Here in coordination, you comes in direct contact of employees, you have a face to face interaction, you guide your employees, and in direct contact somewhere you can instruct or supervise your employees. So, direct contact is very important in coordination and it will help you to facilitate your work done. It is also the early beginning. When you come in contact with the early beginning, at the very early beginning of the process, like the sales, production or the marketing department, when they come together, they actually can see what are the feasible things, what are the problems, what are the challenges, or are the things feasible on their part. So, coming together in the beginning is very important. When you come together at the beginning and discuss the problems, the challenges, so the things becomes more easy on every part. So, it is very important. Then continuity, coordination is very important and it helps in continuity. With the help of coordination, all the departments will work on their particular level and it brings a continuity in their actions. Reciprocal relationship. In coordination, for example, if A works with B, B in return works with A, B also works with C and D. So, all the people work together and somewhere the work of one person is being affected by the other and vice versa. So, it is a reciprocal relationship. It depends on what you do and what others do. So, if there is any problem in one work done, the other will get affected. So, it has a reciprocal relationship. It is also dependent on the leadership quality. A good leader is the one who can coordinate his employees. If he lacks somewhere in his leadership qualities, if he is not able to build morale or build confidence or enthusiasm among his employees, somewhere he will lacks in coordination. So, leadership quality is at utmost importance. Timing. The very important factor of coordination is timing. Timing helps to bring out the best results. If the sales, the marketing or the production department are working very good on their part, but if they cannot bring out the order on a particular set of time, their working on their part fails. If all are very good at their work, but while processing an order or placing an order to the particular customer, if they do not work together on a time, that coordination has of no use. So, time is very important related to a coordination part. Balancing. Balancing is also essential in coordination because it needs to maintain or balance all the efforts of the employees related to all the levels and all the departments of the employees. So, somewhere you need to create a balance between the efforts of all the departments and of all the levels of the employees. So, coordination helps in maintaining a particular set of balance. It also helps in integrating the efforts. It helps to integrate, it helps to bring together all the efforts of all the departments for the achievement of organizational goal. And lastly, scalar chain. Scalar chain is basically about defining the authorities. As you know, at the higher level, it is the top management who gives the instructions, which is followed by the middle level management, and then it is passed on to the lower level management. The lower level management, if they have any problems or any challenges during the work environment, they report to their senior management, and the middle level goes to the top level. So, with the help of a scalar chain, we can properly have a flow of authority and responsibility, as well as the top management can easily coordinate with all the levels of the department or the management. So, scalar chain means defining the authority is very important in terms of top management and the lower level of management. Discussing with the types of coordination. The types of coordination are based on two factors. First is on the basis of scope and flow in organization. Second is on the basis of relationship. First, let us discuss on the basis of scope and flow in organization. The first is the internal coordination and the second is the external coordination. Internal coordination helps in the coordination of the different departments or different units in the same organization. Here in one organization, all the departments work together and they can attend the internal coordination. Regarding the external coordination, the organization needs to deal with the outside world also. He needs to deal with the environment, the suppliers, the customers. So, here the external coordination comes into picture when the organization deals with the external part of the environment, which includes obviously the government, the suppliers and the customers. So, internal coordination is done on the internal basis among various different units or departments. External coordination is done with the outside world, which is on the other side of the organization. Next is on the basis of relationship. Here we have three types: vertical coordination, horizontal coordination and diagonal coordination. Vertical coordination helps in the different level of management hierarchy. Vertical is the coordination between a manager and an employee in the same department, but at the different level when the coordination occurs, this is known as vertical coordination. Horizontal coordination occurs at the same levels of management hierarchy, that is the coordination between the two employees in the different department of an organization or in the same department, like two employees or coordinates working together. Third is the diagonal coordination. Diagonal coordination is basically the centralized service unit. Here you do not need to follow any hierarchy, directly you can go and opt that service like the first come first basis. Here the one who comes first is given the service on that basis. You do not need to follow any sort of instructions or hierarchy for coordination. Next is the techniques of coordination. Coordination can be attained by communication. If it is a good communication between the management and the employees, coordination is very easy. Here the manager needs to be very good at communicating part, like expressing his views, opinions, thoughts. If he clearly communicates what is being expected, here coordination becomes more easy on the part of employees. Coordination is also helped by efficient leadership. A good leadership brings a good coordination. Delegation of function. If the function or the responsibilities are delegated properly to employees, there would be no confusion related to their responsibility and authority or their working domain area. So, delegation becomes quite easy in coordination. Self coordination is also very important. When all the departments work very better at their part and they also works together with other departments and they have a moral responsibility of giving a best output and simultaneously coordinating with others on their self basis, this is known as self coordination. Coordination by licensing. Here a person is being appointed who generally coordinates with the outside world and hence it brings the coordination in terms of external environment. Coordination by chain of command. If we have a single boss or single supervisor who gives a command, coordination is very effective. If there is a multiple of people giving directions or giving instructions, coordination somewhere becomes difficult and that creates confusion in minds of employees. So, coordination is obviously dependent on the chain of command. Staff meeting, with the help of staff meeting you can generally daily or weekly or monthly basis you can have staff meeting and you can review your employees efforts, you can even guide them, you can instruct them, or if there is any problem you can even solve those problems in staff meeting. So, coordination is very important or easily done by staff meeting. And last is by committee. By developing committee of various departments, obviously the coordination is very easy. The employees come with their problems to the particular department and the department helps to solve the problems, and finally he needs to somewhere minimize those difficulties on employees part. So, these are some of the techniques with the help of that you can easily achieve coordination in your organization, that is communication, leadership, delegation, self coordination, licensing, chain of command, staff meeting, or with the help of committee. And last is the requisites of coordination. The coordination is only possible when all these things are properly exhibited. First is well defined authority and responsibility. If there is well defined authority and responsibility, the employee is very clear in terms of coordination. He needs and he have a clear picture for where he can go to ask about his problems or about his guidance. Second is well defined work procedures. If there is well defined work procedures, the coordination is very easy. Effective communication system, if there is a two-way communication system, again the coordination is very effective. Provision of check and inspection, if there is a proper check, timely check and inspection meetings between the employees and the manager, so coordination becomes feasible. There can be a scope of correction if there is any problem related to the work. Effective organizational structure, generally in organization structure you can see tall organization structure and flat organizational structure. Flat organization structure is very useful in organization because it helps in coordination, it helps in effective coordination manner. So, somewhere staff organization structure is very beneficial in terms of coordination. And last is proper organizational climate. A healthy and a proper organizational climate gives a very proper place or scope for coordination. A good environment helps in better coordination between an employee and a manager. So, today students, we are done with the topic, that is coordination, and we have covered the definition, the concepts, the function, importance, the types, and somewhere at the last requisites of coordination. So, thank you students, have a nice day.